Coastal First Nations and their rights and title in the area. I'm sure they are not indifferent to the fact that Coastal First Nations support for major projects like Silizum's LNG Canada Phase 2, expansions to the Port of Prince Rupert, all of which involve the transport of products, including products from Alberta to Tidewater. That Coastal First Nation support is required for those too. Second, that I do not believe that Alberta should have access to a $50 billion taxpayer-funded pipeline unless other provinces and territories have access to similar amounts of taxpayer funding. There is not a world in which the current price of oil, a private company is going to step up and pay for this pipeline across the north. This is the reason why not one single pipeline company has said if the conditions are right, they would build it. If it's built, that they would buy it. The reason for their silence is that they are not interested, just like they're not interested in buying the pipeline that we already have, the taxpayers own, that is for sale, if anybody's interested. My message to the Prime Minister was that either there should be a cap on the taxpayer dollars invested in this project, or there should be a prohibition on taxpayer dollars invested in this project, or if it is going to be taxpayer funded, that British Columbia get access to a $50 billion federally funded project as well. The third piece that I underlined for the Prime Minister was British Columbia's support for the oil tanker ban off the coast. The Hecate Strait is wild water. It is an incredibly precarious shipping route. It is the reason why the ban on oil tankers has existed for generations across multiple administrations of different political stripe in Canada and in British Columbia. The reason why these supports have been there for this, whether it was in law or not, formally or informally, is because of the dangerous waters in the Northwest. A heavy oil spill will decimate a $1.7 billion industry of fisheries and tourism and a way of life for people in the Northwest that have been living that way of life for millennia. I explained all of those things. I asked that the Prime Minister incorporate those pieces into the agreement. He listened carefully, made no commitments on it. But I said at a minimum, Coastal First Nations and British Columbia need to be at the table in these conversations about our province. So I look forward to seeing what the Prime Minister and Premier Smith bring forward in the coming days, potentially.